Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best full-frame cameras.
Starting at number 5.
Sony A7R IVA. The A7R IV was Sony's highest resolution full-frame mirrorless camera when we first reviewed it, and that hasn't changed. With a record-breaking 61 million pixels and yet still capable of shooting continuously at 10 frames per second. It also has Sony's usual very good 4K video capabilities, though still capped at 30p. The latest iteration of Sony's IAF, however, is stunningly effective at tracking portrait subjects, even in continuous AF. Its limited buffer capacity means it's not as good as the Sony A9 II and Sony A1 for action, and its video capabilities don't match those of the Sony A7S III or A1, but even if the highest possible still image quality is this camera's priority, it can still handle those other jobs pretty well too.
Coming at number 4.
Leica M11. Leica M rangefinders take some learning. First-timers will struggle with the viewfinder and focusing and the stripped-down features, but the longer you use these cameras the more they grow on you, and carry on growing. The M11 isn't quite perfect, but it's a real class act that can capture very sharp images in the right hands, and subtly changes the way you see, compose, and capture images. The Leica M11 is perhaps the ultimate dream camera, with killer looks, beautiful engineering, and superb lenses with their own special Leica look. We were amazed at the precision and accuracy of the rangefinder focusing system, and Leica M lenses, while very expensive, have a unique look, especially wide open.
At number 3.
Panasonic Lumix S5. Despite its compact size, the Lumix S5 shares the impressive 24MP CMOS sensor housed in the more expensive Lumix S1, but with improved autofocus. It also has a tough weather-resistant body and delivers up to 6.5 stops of image stabilization with compatible lenses. Its standout features include class-leading dynamic range and 4K video recording, as well as 96MP high-resolution RAW plus JPEG capture. It really is tough to beat at this price. As we note in our Panasonic Lumix S5 review, its contrast AF system isn't ideal for fast-moving video capture, but that's a small flaw in a camera that's as impressive for its value as it is for its performance.
Number 2 of my list.
Nikon D850. Mirrorless camera fans will often complain about the size and weight of DSLRs, and they have a point. The Nikon D850 is a big bruiser of a camera compared to the new Nikon Z models, but this is one of our favorite DSLRs of all time, and this size works in your favor if you're shooting with big, heavy lenses, and most pro lenses are big and heavy. This is a handling factor that many mirrorless users don't always take into account. Being a DSLR, the D850 has a bright, clear optical viewfinder that many photographers still prefer over a digital display, no matter how good. The D850's 45.7 megapixel sensor produces quite a superb image quality, yet it can still maintain a shooting speed of 7 frames per second or 9 frames per second with the optional battery grip. Even without the grip, the D850 has an amazing battery life of 1840 shots, far more than any mirrorless rivals, and it comes with 2 memory card slots, one for CF Express and one for regular SD/SDHC/SDXC. Over time, this has for us become a DSLR classic.
And number 1.
Sony A7 IV. The Sony A7 IV signals a step up in ambition for Sony's vanilla A7 model. Traditionally, the Sony A7 has been the range's entry-level camera, with the R models adding resolution and the S models adding speed/sensitivity. But there's nothing ordinary about the Sony A7 IV, and while it does technically supersede the A7 III, it's an altogether more advanced camera that, we think, targets a higher-level audience. Compared to the A7 III, the A7 IV is a major step up, but in price as well as features. The A7 III will keep going for now, so it makes for a tricky buying decision. After using it, however, We think it's well worth the extra outlay, both for stills photographers and for videographers.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.